Buongiorno, guten Tag, good morning everyone! Welcome back to my channel, and this is the first video I will try to film in English. I hope it won't be weird. So today I'm gonna talk about a very hot topic that many people ask me to talk about. And yes, this is a lie because few people ask me, because I don't have followers, so there is no way that many people ask me. But anyway, I'm going to talk about the different corona measures that were taken in Germany, more specifically in Munich, because as you know, Germany is a federal state, so each state will take its own decisions, but actually in this winter period, the decision they took were pretty similar. So I'm going to talk about the measures were taken in Bavaria, but anyway, they are very similar in all Germany. And then I will compare those measures with the one taken in Italy. And I don't know when this video will come out, but today is the 19th of December 2020. In both two countries, recently they took important measures for the Christmas period. So we are going to see together what happened. Before we start, I just want to tell you that with this video, I don't want to criticize any measures that were taken. I don't think it's time for criticizing, but for collaborating. So I just want to show you the different measures and the different outcomes, but I'm not judging the measures because I don't think there is a right or bad choice at the moment. And I think all the governments are trying to do their best to face this unconventional situation. So first intro and then we get started. So here we go, we're starting from November 2020, and which is the moment when both countries took stricter measures against coronavirus, depending on how fast the virus was spreading and compared to the situation in the hospitals. We are starting from Germany because it's the first country which had introduced new measures. So starting from the 2nd of November 2020, Germany introduced what is called the soft lockdown. These measures were supposed to last till the 30th of November, when the situation was supposed to be better, but of course it didn't happen. On the other hand, Italy introduced its measures on the 6th of November, and the strategy Italy adopted was to divide regions depending on the severity of the situation and assign to each region a different color, grading from yellow through orange to red. So now we are going to see the different measures that were taken in the soft lockdown in Germany and the color measures taken in Italy. We are starting from Germany. So in Germany, the mask is mandatory in the city center. So we're in a crowded regions like the city center, Marienplatz for Munich. Then they also put measures for gathering, so people were allowed to gather up to 10 people coming from only 2 different households. Next, culture and leisure facilities were closed, so including cinemas, theaters, gyms, and wherever. Bar and restaurant also were allowed only to provide service as takeaway and delivery, and hotels cannot host tourists but only workers that were traveling around the country. What we were allowed to do was that people were still allowed to go out, schools stayed opened, but university students were having online lectures, shops stayed opened, and personal cares were restricted to the essentials. So it means that if you want to go to polish your nails or clean your faces, that's not allowed. Now we move on to Italy, to its system, color-graded system from yellow to red. Here, gathering information was way harder. I hope it will make it clear. So in the yellow zone, we have a curfew starting at 10 p.m. Cultural leisure facilities were closed as well, and the personal care were restricted as well. People were still allowed to go out. Of course, was recommended not to do it. Schools stay open, but high school students were receiving online teaching. Only people who are practicing sport at competition level were allowed to continue with their activity. Otherwise, you are only allowed to do sport outdoor. Restaurant bars are open till 6 p.m. and the public transport are filled up to 50% of its capacity. And shopping centers are closed during holidays and weekends, but normal shops were all opened. Now we move to the orange zone, where in addition to the measures taken in the yellow zone, we have more restrictions. So for instance, you cannot leave your region without a good reason. Restaurants and bars are only allowed to provide takeaway and delivery service. While in the red zone, we have more restrictions. So we are not allowed to go out from the house without a good reason. Shops are closed. Schools remain open, but only for young students, so first year of the middle school and elementary school student. So now we have here the summary of the situation in both Germany and Italy, and what happened during this period with the infection curve is that actually in Germany the situation didn't change much because the curve stayed stable, and this is what happened the last month. That's the reason why, starting from Bavaria, it was declared a state of catastrophe. Okay. And stricter measures were introduced starting from December. Now we can move on to what happened in Italy. And what happened in Italy is that the curve decreased constantly over time till now. Therefore, the measures taken in Italy were indeed effective, and I think they will keep this system for next occasions. But unfortunately, in Italy, the government was worried that during this holidays period, people would have gathered a lot, because Christmas is a very important period for Italians, and therefore they decided to introduce stricter measures for Christmas as well, in order to avoid a third wave starting from January. So now we will see the Christmas period measures starting from Germany. So Germany started to put new measures starting from the 16th of December to the 10th of January, the whole period. And they introduced what is called hard lockdown. So people are not allowed to go out without a good reasons anymore, although no one is checking. A curfew at 9 p.m. is introduced, schools are closed, shops are closed or restricted to the essential service, so supermarket for instance. People can gather up to 5 people from 2 different households. Children under the age of 14 are not counted. On the other hand, in Italy, they introduced specific measures only for the holiday period, from a period ranging from the 24th of December and the 6th of January. As you can see, it's completely red with 4 exceptions: 28th, 29th, 30th of December and the 4th of January. In addition to that, they also took something from Germany. So they introduced also that one person can invite up to 2 people at his place, which are outside his own household, and children under the age of 14 don't count. So those are the measures that were decided in both countries for the Christmas period. In Germany we already started. In Italy it started on 24th, so they could enjoy a bit of freedom. And yeah, this is the summary, and it doesn't look really promising. Okay, yeah, that's all. And if you are wondering, yes, we're pretty f***ed up. And I'm not gonna tell you that it's not sad, because it is. There is no way that we can celebrate Christmas or New Year's Eve or even my birthday in a normal way. But you know what? Being depressed doesn't help. So I rather prefer to be positive. And if you are feeling alone or desperate, just think about me. I'm stuck here in Germany, almost alone, and my living space is a room with a bathroom. At least I have a bathroom, but anyway, I don't even have a space, you know? So think about me and don't be negative, because even in my situation, I prefer to stay positive. And if you are feeling sad, just call your friends and parents, family more often. And most importantly, believe in science. This is the way we can get out of this shit. And with this, I want to thank you very much for watching this video. And if you like the video, just subscribe, put a like, and keep on following me. Keep on following me, and we will see each other in the next video. See you guys. This one.